Hello boys, I hope you've been enjoying our dinosaur theme. Today's story is called Tom and the Dinosaur Egg. Let's see what happens. Tom and the Dinosaur Egg. A journey. Long ago, an egg travelled. Tom lived with his grandfather in a lighthouse, which was surrounded by sharp rocks and wild seas. One cold morning, Tom went down to the beach. He collected shells for a while, until he saw something strange, caught in a tangle of seaweed. Tom untangled it and carried it carefully back to the lighthouse. Then he showed it to his grandfather. "Well, it might be a seabird's egg, might be a lizard's. Let's keep it nice and warm and see what happens." Tom gently wrapped the egg up in a blanket and left it by the lighthouse lamp. "What do we do now, Grandfather?" They decided to wait and see. Tom checked on the egg in the morning, and he checked on the egg last thing at night. One morning, Tom noticed a little crack. What is it? It's not a bird or a lizard. It's my own baby dinosaur. Tom's egg was a dinosaur egg. Tom took his dinosaur for walks on the beach every day, and as winter turned to summer, his friend grew and grew and grew and grew. And the bigger he grew, the longer Tom's dinosaur spent gazing at the far horizon. It was not long before Grandfather had to say something to Tom about the dinosaur. "Tom, I think your dinosaur is becoming a bit of a problem." They tried to find out where Tom's dinosaur came from. "He belongs somewhere like this." Tom knew his grandfather was right, but this made him very sad. "I'm going to take you home." Tom was very sad at the thought of saying goodbye to his dinosaur, but he knew that the dinosaur belonged far away, somewhere bright and warm. "We'll need to build a big vessel for a voyage like that." Tom, the dinosaur, and his grandfather worked hard to build a big enough raft. It had a small cabin for Tom and a big sail to catch the wind. Tom and the dinosaur set sail the next day. They caught a strong wind, and they were soon surrounded by miles and miles of open sea. They sailed for weeks on many seas, wild seas and stormy seas. They sailed through the day and through the night. After weeks and weeks at sea, the weather became warmer and the sea calmer. Tom was sure they were nearly there. One morning, they saw an island in the distance and sailed towards it. But it was a dark, windswept rock surrounded by sharks. "No, this can't be your island." They changed direction, and soon they saw another island. It was green with trees and a jungle. They sailed nearer to the green island. The dinosaur listened to the roaring, and he answered with a roar of his own. Then he waited. The dinosaur was home at last. Listen to those roars. Tom hugged his friend. Then he waved goodbye and he set sail for home. He sailed back alone, through the sun and the wind and the storms, until he finally saw the lighthouse lights. Grandfather welcomed him back from his long voyage, and Tom told him of his adventures. It was amazing! One bright morning, weeks later, Tom found a big shell washed up on the beach. He picked it up, faced the sea, and he blew into it. The end.